Oh, we got problems. This cross member is much different than the other one. Either the other one, this must have been notched out and it doesn't have this hole here, which this hole I don't think was used for anything. This one's just got the circle, or it should be oblong like that. Well, we're gonna grab a tape measure and do some measuring here, because yeah, it's kind of stinks. Alrighty. I think measurement points would be to that core support mount right there. We're going to go center. And that is about 17, probably about 18 inches from the first hole. Second hole is about 20 and a half. I say 20. I say 20 and a half. Well, here, let's do this a little different. There we go. Kind of got a straight edge going on here. So they're both at the end of each mount, or the mount for the core support. Oh, yeah. All right. All right, so we're going to there. Center of that hole is about 17 and a half. That one is like 20 and what, 5/8, 3/4, about there. On this side, that's 17 and a half. That is about 20 and 3/8, half inch, around there. We'll probably measure the distance here. 27 from center to center. I gotta hurry, my uncle's coming with the tractor. So about 25 and 7/8. Yeah, here he comes with the tractor. I'm in the way. All right, next we're going to measure the depth. So that way we know that the pan and stuff's gonna fit. 9 inches. I don't think that's really gonna matter. Okay. And I'm talking to my buddy who I bought the blue truck from. And actually I bought this truck from him too a couple years ago. And he said I should probably drill out the rivets and actually pull this whole cross member out and stick it in the other truck, because he thinks this would be a little heavier built. But I guess I'm going to take some measurements of that other truck, and depending on that truck, it might be happening. Because there tends to be a lot of differences going on here. A lot more than I definitely anticipated. I thought this was going to be swap those motor mount perches and drop the diesel in and she's going to be good. I was worried about the cross member looking different, but that's kind of got the same angle on that side too. So okay, I'm not too worried about the cross member now. But yeah, so the other truck's missing the heater box because it looks like the heater core snapped off the fitting. This one's got not that great of a one. This one's all fucked up here. So yeah, never mind. I thought about swapping boxes, but I don't know. Oh, this is turning into be a bigger pain in the ass swap than I anticipated. Yeah. And what kind of sucks is that this truck's at my grandparents' farm and the other one's at my house, and it's 30-minute drive either direction, so yeah. Wow. And that's the Riata I gotta change the headlights in. I know the battery's almost dead. I believe we'll see if the interior lights still light up. No, last time I walked in here, I opened the door and the lights turned on, but it didn't have enough to start the car. No, she's dead now. So, but, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna throw some lights in here. Trying to find like a 4th gen Camaro lights and put them in here. And I think that'll do her, because other than that, God, this hood is not light. Ugh. Other than that, she's a good running car. And that just sucks that I hit a deer with it and smashed it all up. Anyways, that's what's probably going to happen with that. So, and then eventually I got to get to that. Fix that up. But tell just how bad that body is. Man, look at that. Literally started folding in the pinch weld on that side. That side got like 2 inches on it. Yeah, she's in rough shape. Well, here is the cross member for the blue truck. Got this one here. Those holes, I think, line up pretty good. I've yet to measure them. Nothing on the bottom. There's that slot that should be in there so you can have access to those bolts. That's not there. And this side, you can kind of see someone notched this piece out. And this one, that is the hole. There's only one bolt holding this side out. So I'm going to run something across here and then do the measurement and see if they come out the same. All right. About center of that hole is about 18. And the center, about the center of the other one is 20 3/4. And this one, if I can get it in there, 21? I guess I should. Let me do. Yeah, it's 21 on that side. We're gonna. Okay, it doesn't quite fit the way I want it to. All right. Not exactly the fit I kind of want, but try to do this one-handed. About 9.5. That would probably work depth-wise. And I think I measured across too. We'll try this. There we go. 27. So I'm going to go back, watch the other video, write down all my measurements, and come back. Okay, this is the difference between the two trucks. We got, these are just the top holes of the mounts. I didn't measure the ones on the inside. This one's missing the one, but the back holes across are 27 inches on both. And I'm probably a little off on here, but it looks like these holes on the diesel match up with the same holes on the blue truck. So the top holes on the motor mount should fit. And then I got 20 inches from the back one to the front, 21 inches, where the inside hole is non-existent on this truck, or it should be around 17 and a half. The depth of both is about 9 inches, 9.5 inches. So actually, the holes that are in the truck should work. The only difference is if I would have to notch this one out, maybe something like this, so that way, since this will work, I just put a bolt hole in there and a bolt in there, like that. You kind of see, actually, if I just notch out a little bit of the bottom, and then like probably around here. And then for the other side, another bolt here. This one's going to need a lot more extensive work. Since this hole is completely missing, and even then it looks like a little bit would have to trim so you can get enough to get a socket or a wrench in there to get at this bolt. And then the bottom holes, none of them line up. So either I gotta change the whole cross member, which on the diesel looks a lot more beefier because that's actually boxed in right here on the frame, because that bracket is welded on or riveted on to the cross member right here. I don't know if there's too much of a difference on this side, so I don't know if there's much of a difference in the actual frame rails themselves. There might be. So I don't know if that would be, I guess more measurements would have to be taken. I would have to measure where these rivets are and see if they're the same and adjacent, because like this rivet is almost in line. So it looks like they're just a tad bit inside these two rivets. And there'd be like a rivet down here, probably a rivet in the back. So all those would have to be like ground off. And you could run bolts through them. I don't think that would be that much of a problem. Because, I mean, really, the motor or the engine is going to be putting more of a side load on it than an actual, like, up, down, back, and forth. Because it's turning this motion all the way to the back. If anything, I think it's the transmission that takes the majority of it. So as long as you got a good transmission mount, I don't think the motor would take too much of that. So, I mean, I'd hate to weld these brackets in, because once you do that, you're kind of committed to like a diesel truck only. Because the other motor mounts that I took off this truck were for a small block Ford. Because that's what was in here last, was the 351, or else the truck originally had a 460 in it, and the guy I got the truck from, he still has those mounts, the 460 mounts. But yeah, so I got a little bit of deciding to do if I should just go ahead and change the whole cross member or just customize this one to fit. Or not to fit, but to work. Make it so the motor fits, I guess. But yeah, decisions.